So this fucking place where we're staying at, they don't have the fucking NFL package. What kind of a fucking man doesn't have the NFL package? Okay, I don't give a shit if your kid has the mumps. You carve out something out of your budget, all right, to have the fucking NFL package. So I'm sitting there going like, fuck, I know I can watch it. I know I can watch it on my computer. So there's no adult there or child, who's kidding who, to help me navigate this thing. So I go onto the fucking DirecTV thing. I sign up for something for $99, and I did it. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. And I, Patriots, Dolphins. I want to see this. I missed the first half. And whatever I signed up for was to get the radio feed. It cost me like $99 to listen to it on the radio. What am I, a fucking World War I fighter pilot? Huh? What am I, some guy from a time before TV? Sorry for the bad reference there. I mean, what the fuck? I'm not 80, right? So now I'm trying to figure out how to get the video while I have the game on the radio. And all I'm hearing is that Garoppolo fades back to pass, and this guy was coming at him for like 10 yards, and he stood there like Steve Grogan until the last second, stay on target, and then he let it go. I still haven't seen the replay, and I guess he got picked up and slammed to the ground, and, I guess he fucked up his shoulder. I have no idea. So now they got this other guy coming in for NC State, the place I went to for 2 semesters way back in the day. And they proceed to march right down the field. So anyways, long story short, so I end up having to call up DirecTV, right? And I get into that fucking nightmare. Thank you for calling DirecTV. If you're calling about a pay-per-view that you already ordered, press 1. If you're calling about one that you want to order, press 2. And then right there, I sit there and you got to make that thing. Okay, if I call up and say that I already ordered it, that means they already have my money. So I know I'm going to be on hold longer. So I always go with the second option, acting as though that I want to order something now, because that will get you to a person immediately. Because I just feel like they're like, oh, we don't have this fucking person's number yet. So I always pick that option. But for whatever fucking reason, I picked the first option. I decided not to lie, and then I got dragged into this whole thing. But I'm just trying to stay calm. Patience is a virtue. This old guy said this to me when I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. We were both sitting in a bank, and I was trying to do something. It was a Saturday. There was a bunch of fucking people there. Oh, I know. I had to wire money to get this fucking place because the last people fucked us over on the other place, and the people were coming to fix the kitchen, and we had to be out of there. And it was Saturday, and Saturday. You don't want to go to a bank on Saturday. That's when nobody who has their money right shows up on a fucking Saturday, right? And they just sit there like children trying to figure out, that whatever, 100 minus 110 means negative 10, and you have no fucking money, and you owe the money back, the bank money, right? So I was just sitting there going, oh God, and this guy was like a preacher or something like that, this older dude, and I could tell he was frustrated, and he just said out loud, he's like, patience is a virtue, and I've been hanging on to that, white-knuckling to that. So I'm sitting there trying to navigate this fucking robot system, knowing, I know how this story ends. It's Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm trying to channel my wife's calm, relaxed energy. I'm trying to channel this fucking guy, and I'm just answering all the questions. And you know what? All of a sudden, I'm not knocking down the hurdles. I'm clearing them. Okay? I'm getting out in front of this fucking race. I can see the finish line, right? I clear the last fucking hurdle, and all of a sudden, I forget what the fucking thing was. It's like, if you want to sign up, it finally got to, if you would like to speak, I forget what the last one was, but it was the last thing I had to do. It's like, say yes. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. And I went, yes. And this fucking thing, this system heard the other 80 fucking questions it asked. I had to keep hitting mute to go, you fucking cunt, and then unmute it. Because if you yell, oh, you fucking cunt into it, the robot goes, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then you got to go back to the beginning. So I got my fucking mute game is down. So I get the fucking anger out, and then I just kept going pleasantly. I'd be like, order NFL on my computer. And then it asks another question, and I'd be like, Jesus Christ, on mute. How many fucking questions you got to ask me? And then on mute, it'd be like, yes. So I had answered all fucking 18 of the questions. All right? And the last one was basically, it was end. Like, so this is what you want to do? And I just go, yes. And the thing all of a sudden just goes, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then it starts asking the question, and I immediately start panicking. As it's asking the question, I'm going, yes, right? And it fucking stops, if this is what you want to do, say yes. If not, say no. And then I was like, yes. And then there's this excruciating second pause, and it comes back on and goes, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And then I just went, yes! In this empty fucking room, like a complete lunatic. And of course it didn't hear me. And then I just started yelling, operator person, you fucking cunt. And I finally hit 0, because a lot of them don't have that option anymore. I hit 0, and it actually took me, it put me on hold. And now I'm like, oh my God. It was just like, now I was on hold. And then I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to be on hold forever. It's football Sunday. Every fucking 48-year-old and above fucking dude like me who blew off computers. This is my only, I blew this shit off. I remember I was living with Bobby Kelly, and he totally embraced computers. The fucking guy can he can go onto the dark web if he wants to. He knows what the fuck he's doing. I was just like, these things are fucking stupid. Give me a notebook and a pen. I'm going to go churn some fucking butter in here, right? And I'm still paying the price. So I'm on hold for fucking ever. But it's halftime. And the Patriots somehow are up 20-something to 3. And I guess Garoppolo looked fucking amazing. So as I'm on hold for 20 minutes, that computer cunt keeps coming back going, basically saying, you're going to be on hold for a long time, but it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier and more exciting if you go to our website. And it's like, fuck you, I don't work for you. Plus, the reality is I can't figure it out. So finally, this woman comes on after a half hour. And she's just like, hey, how you doing? Thanks for calling DirecTV. We'll have a pleasant day, but blah, blah, blah. She just had great energy. She goes, she just goes, basically, what's the problem? I was like, the problem is I'm 48 years old. I've blown off computers, and I don't know how to, I just want to watch the game on my device. And she laughed, and she goes, all right, what's the name on the account? She types that in. She goes, all right, you need to get the NFL Plus thing, so now you can watch it on your iPhone, all of this, and blah, 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 blah. We figured all of that out. And I was like, well, she goes, then you just go to this. And I go, don't leave me. You just got to walk me through the whole thing. She laughed. She walked me through the whole thing. It took 3 minutes. It was incredible. There's nothing better than getting a fucking person. They totally help you out, unless you get a jerk. But she wasn't. She was an angel. And next thing you know, I got the game.
This wrestler, Booker T. And he's doing, he's on the mic and he's hyping up this fight. He's doing a great job. And he gets so fucking amped up and he gets so in the zone that he actually calls Hulk Hogan the N-word.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Not in a racist way. More like he's a black dude and he's talking to another black dude who he's going to go fuck up. He got so amped up when he was doing it. And the funniest thing is right after he says it, you have to see his reaction, because that's when he snaps back into, oh, fuck. And he's like, oh, Vince is going to kill me. I can't do it justice. All of these, you got to see.
All right, Hillary Clinton. Hey, Bill, legit question. Do you think Hillary Clinton is healthy enough to be president? Yes. She seems like she's in really rough shape. No, they're just overreacting. She's running for president for a year and a half. She's under a tremendous amount of fucking stress. That's going to happen. All right. Don't you remember the time fucking Bush, the first Bush, puked on himself and did a fucking face plant when he was in Japan? He was fine. Don't you think if Gary Johnson got on the debates, it would steer things in the right direction? No, it would probably give Trump the White House. He lines up with Bernie on 83% of his views, but because he's a libertarian, the youth won't jump on board like they did Bernie, and he has a legit shot at winning. Only 4% of the U.S. voted in the primaries. I checked all these stats, so go ahead and call me out if you want. No, I can't because I don't check any stats. It's your tendency to call out stats, so I made sure to look them up. I think Hillary has been in the game too long, and it's just torn her body apart. And also, what do you think about Colin Powell saying that Bill Clinton has been dicking bimbos all over the House in a leaked email? Well, that's not surprising. I mean, everybody knew that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that about that guy. And that's why Hillary Clinton is just fucking weird to me. The fact that she's still with the guy, because you know it's a business relationship, and that has that I will fucking do anything. Like, Hillary Clinton in different areas is just as terrifying as Trump, but I don't know, just this overt fucking racist group of people, and the fact that they're yelling out the N-word, at Trump rallies. At least they have it on video that happened, and Trump never fucking addressed it. Is really, it's just, I could never get behind that guy. It's just too fucking, it's too fucking depressing watching people. Did you hear that? Fuck that N-word, that fucking guy. And it's just like, dude, like the level of intellect that Obama has versus what you have. The fact that you'd sit there and try to reduce him like that, it's just so fucking pathetic and sad. And the fact that now that those kinds of people feel that they have a fucking voice, and God knows I'm not just singling out that one guy, because you go on any YouTube video that remotely has anybody who isn't fucking white in it, and you can't go more than fucking scroll down one page before it turns into this horrific. Like, I just for the life of me don't understand why people are racist. I don't get it. I'm not saying that you don't have fucking racist thoughts, as far as I'm doing this bit now. I'm kind of going to burn it here. Just like late at night. It basically, I'm a cool guy when the sun's up, but when the sun goes down and the fear comes up, you start making snap judgments. You know what I mean? Everybody, there's nobody. Mother Teresa, if she was scared, would think something fucked up, that if it was actually spoken, she would owe somebody an apology. And I think everybody fucking does it on all sides. But like, I don't know. To sit there and think like, yeah, I'm going to type this and hit send and send this hateful fucking shit. I don't know. I find it incredibly depressing, where if you're a stand-up comedian, or if you're in any sort of show business, you're in anything where you travel, all right, and you get to meet all different kinds of people, you definitely get like almost like that astronaut experience, like when they fly around and they get to stand back and look at the globe and see how beautiful it is. And then, when they land, they're like, they start crying at like a stoplight. Comedians get like sort of the same thing, is you get to travel around, you get to meet all these people. And then, you meet all these cool people, but then you meet those people that never leave where they're from, and then their worldview, you just want to be like, it's not like that, dude. You just need to, it's overwhelmingly fucking, at least that's been my experience, that it's fucking overwhelmingly depressing. Oh man, I got into it with somebody in Durham that came backstage, dude. It was fucking hilarious. And, oh my God, I pissed that guy off. He goes, well, I won't even say what we were talking about. He goes, how do you know? How do you know I haven't had that experience? And I said, I could tell by your shirt. And he just goes, fuck you. I got all fucking mad. And just to be honest, I wasn't shitting on the guy like the money he was making, but I was talking about like being, like doing business for the United States in a foreign country, okay? Being like a diplomat and that type of thing, like that level thing. And this guy showed up in this fucking shirt that like anybody who makes $40 a week, this thing would be retired to the back of their closet. He just had the worst fucking shirt ever. Angry motherfucker. And I knew when the second he fucking walked in, I fucking knew it. when he goes like, hey, you really came down on the South. You really came down on the South. I said, no, I was fucking around. I love it down here. So he immediately was doing that. And then at some point, when I was just chilling and just talking, he's going, you know what? He goes, you're a good guy. You know, I like meeting good people. I like meeting good people. That is code for this guy's feeling you out to eventually say something racist amongst white people. I like meeting good people. Like, what the fuck does that? Oh, really? I like meeting bad people. I like meeting good people, you know? And then it gradually, then they go a little for good, you know, Christian people, white people. Nia said last night, she goes, people who stand up during the national anthem. And just, it gradually, they're feeling you out. You know? They've had a couple of pops. Hey, can I fucking drop a couple of N-bombs around you? I like meeting good people. I felt like I was on the 700 Club. I was like, dude, you got to get the fuck away from me. All right. And you know what? I literally said to the guy, I was like, dude, you're fucking scaring me. I go, that you're making me fucking nervous. And he kind of like backed off or whatever. And then by the end of it, you know, I made the mistake. I want to say I brought up politics, and then it just went down that fucking road. And then I just literally, I ended up tapping out. I just got to the point. I was like, dude, we're not going to agree. This is stupid. All right. I don't want to do this. All right. You just got mad. I don't want to do this. And then he tried to be like, yeah, I'm sorry. But you know what I liked about the guy? I could see he was trying not to be a complete fucking lunatic. But dude, I'm telling you, this guy was wound tight. This guy was wide open. Rouge tinted William. My fiance was a bit of a case, raised in an odd Christian cult, escaped it in high school, spent most of her adult life working to support her family that was still in the cult. Wow. 8 years ago, she met me. 6 years ago, we started a relationship. It had its ups and downs, and it was very loving and helped change both of us for the better. A year ago, I finally proposed to her after we both became financially successful enough to support our own household. Okay, so you're both on equal ground. That's good. Shortly after that, she lost one of her close friends, then her grandfather. We got through it together, and I thought it brought us even closer. Everything was going peachy, right? Well, at this time, Cleo, get up here. Come here. Get up here. All right, just lay down, fucking relax. All right. Well, she fully converted. Okay, everything's going peachy. Well, at this time, her family and her cult leaders saw an opening, and after a month or two, she started going back to the meetings. Since I didn't want to be the closed-minded guy and clingy near husband, I let her go to those meetings. Oh, God. Her beliefs are hers, and mine are mine, and everyone's happy, right? Well, she fully converted back. Her family threatened to shun her unless she married someone of the same faith, and since her cult holds proselytizing as one of the highest values, highest virtues, she tried to convert me. I was going to guess that that's what that meant. I can't say the word, which is basically going out and getting more members. I told her every one of my experiences led me to believe that her beliefs weren't right for me and relatable at all to me. I didn't see a future where I believed in the same religious things as she did, but I did mind her believing in different things. But I didn't mind her believing in different things. All right, dude, you've been totally honest. You've handled this perfectly, like a champ. Within a month, she called the wedding off and broke it off with me. So I did the dude thing. Drank, worked out, picked up new hobbies. Sorry, I was thinking whores. Hobbies. Hobbies. And vacationed in the country half the world away. I was relaxing on the beach in said country when someone from her cult approaches me and tries to convert me. What the fuck? Yeah, what? You're in a different country? How do I get over the love of my life while still staying true to myself? You freckled cunt. Thanks and go fuck yourself. Visit Western Canada sometime soon. Dude, she did you a favor, man. She did you a fucking favor. Get away from that shit, man. Like you can't be with somebody where their religion is telling them who to love. All right? Her now trying to get you converted is because she still loves you and that type of thing. So I think your best case scenario of trying to get this woman back is to just completely cut her out of your life. Just ignore her. and get on with your life. Who knows? You might find someone else first and I want to be with this person, or she'll just finally be so fucking miserable in that and realize the happiness she had with you, and she'll go to you. But you can't go to her, because if you go to her, you're going to come off weak, and she's going to try to drag you down into the fucking dark waters of that fucking cult. So I say you get on with your life, all right? That's the best case scenario for you to meet somebody new, and that's the way you get over her. Just get on with your life. And, when you love somebody, it doesn't totally go away, but it definitely fades like a fucking old tattoo. All right? That's the best you could do. You'll be fine, man. You'll meet somebody else. And, who knows, dude? Even if she did fucking leave, did you really want to be sitting there? One morning you wake up, the sun's coming up through your window, and you look out, and there's like a couple cult people standing there, freaking you out. We just want to talk to her. You don't need the Manson family knowing where the fuck you are and approaching you. Jesus Christ, dude. Please tell me. Sitting on a beach, and that's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Hillary Health. Dear Billy Bilderberg, I've always known you to be an open-minded and unbiased. Really? That's not how I describe myself. And also an empathizer with conspiracy theories. Oh yeah, I'll listen to it. Which is why I was somewhat upset about your unawareness last week when asked about Hillary's health. Unawareness? Is that a word? I'm not some guy, well, it didn't get underlined in red, so obviously it's got to be a word, right? I'm not some guy in support of either campaign or party. Yes, you are. We all are. But when I saw the shit I'm going to show you, I slowly became more unhinged. All I'm hoping for here is to react to a few videos that have received as limited media attention as possible, and I'll just try to give quick, unbiased descriptions before each one. But I want you to give your honest opinion. I'm sure you might have the same first thought that I had after seeing these things, but eventually the only reaction I had are, what the fuck is happening? Just put them in your URL, click on them. All right. Okay, oh, he's describing all this stuff. All right, seizure faces. Phlegm, faint, and green screen. All right, so I watch these videos. Let me see if I can find these things. These are all clips of Hillary Clinton allegedly, having major medical issues and nobody's talking about it. All right, did Hillary have a seizure? All right. I don't think she had a seizure in this first one. I think she is that uncomfortable in her own fucking skin. And that's her trying to act like she's fucking playful. And this is what all politicians do. And this is why Trump is killing it. Because Trump would have looked over and be like, where the fuck did you come from? She did not just have it. That's not a seizure. That's not what a seizure looks like. You don't have a seizure like fucking... They will jump on anything. There's no fucking way like the media is going to cover up. She had a fucking seizure. Look how much they made out of her having pneumonia. That's not a seizure. That's just an incredibly uncomfortable person in their own fucking skin trying to act like they're playful. All right, this next one's my favorite one. Close-up of Hillary's feet showing she was dragged into a van. Now, this one's completely eliminated because you never show me whose head belongs to those feet. It's somebody getting dragged. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't even see her. I don't even see that person's. Let me look at this again. See, they're getting dragged here. Yeah, I don't see anything there, and I don't even know that that's Hillary. This is why you can't present this as fucking news. Then Hillary disappearing. This looks like a 5th grade Photoshop to me. Yeah, I don't know. This is fucking hilarious. This looks like an Atari from... This is why this is not on national news, dude. This shit is ridiculous. And then the last one is simply her with her weird eyes normally in slow motion with some silly music underneath it. Yeah, no, this is... You put anybody in slow motion, they're going to look demonic. This is why I haven't talked about it. Okay, yeah, she's on the campaign trail. She's worked herself to death, and she got pneumonia. Like most people, when they work themselves that hard, you catch pneumonia. It's completely fucking normal. Do I agree with her politics? Do I like her? Am I going to vote for her? No. Am I going to vote for Donald Trump? No. Is the other person that I'm going to fucking vote for going to win? No. All right? But I don't think that Hillary is like literally having seizures on TV, and people are just completely fucking ignoring it. All right? There's plenty of fucking dopes that they can put in office that will do exactly what they say that don't have seizures. So why would they have her? Because it's too late, man. They're too far down the thing. Yeah, I don't buy it. I am all about the conspiracies. I'm all fucking about them. But I just don't buy into them. So what I think you have there, sir, is basically, those shows where people find old shit in their house. Like, this has been in our family for like 5 generations. I was wondering, is it worth anything? And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You're that person who came in with something that you thought it was real, but it's a fake, and you thought it was worth thousands and thousands of dollars, but it's only worth $15. And then you just, in the awkward silence that follows, you just slowly pack up your shit and then you leave. I'm sorry, sir. I wanted to believe it so bad. I can't stand Hillary. I think she is one of the most dishonest people that has come along since her husband or the last Bush administration. I hate the Clintons. I hate the Bushes. I don't mind George Bush Sr., all right? George Bush Sr. was a fucking badass, okay? I don't know what the fuck the Warren Commission and being part of the CIA, I don't know what the fuck he did there. All I knew is that guy at like 19 years old fucking bombed an island where he had to fucking fly in, and what he was trying to take out was below the highest points. It was like he was flying into an old football stadium shaped like a horseshoe, and he flew in below the highest level of the mountains on the side of him, and there was people shooting at him down at his fucking plane. You got what the fuck was it? Flags of Our Fathers. You got to read that book. Now, that book I read. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon just before Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are you? I'm fucking... I didn't want to get into it. We're up to episode 10. I have no life. I'm trying to get in a quick workout before I go to work because I'm fucking right back up to where I was last year when I was like $186, 187. You know what kills me? I've been working out. Why? Do you work out and you still put on weight? You know what it is? It's late night. I'm coming home. I'm eating like a fat chick, I'm eating like some sad fellow who doesn't like himself. I just come home and I'm fucking fried. I get home at like 7 o'clock at night and I go, oh, fuck it. That's what I say. I get all the way to my street going, I'm going to get a salad, I'm going to have a protein, I'm going to fucking eat a bag of beans or whatever, and then I just drive into my driveway and I go, fuck it, right? I order a fucking pizza or a burger, or I have a beer or something like that, and at my age, that's it. That's it. I go to look like I'm in my fucking second trimester right now. Ugh. I was with my wife the other day and we went to a fucking mall, which is something I never do. Go into a fucking mall, right? People go to malls, people with children. I get it. You get them out there, they fucking watch the trolley go by and, Santa Claus is there, right? Just fucking sitting there waiting for you to put your kid in his lap, you fucking weirdos, right? Hey, let's keep the lie going to the point we put our child in some fucking pervert's fucking lap so they think he comes down the goddamn chimney. I mean, is it any wonder? So many people end up in cars they don't want to be in. But that's how you start out their life. Some fucking dude we don't know, don't really talk to. Sort of godlike, sort of culty, right? Charlie Manson hair. All fucking, he's fucking coming in and everything's cool. You go sit in his fucking lap, but don't talk to strangers, right? I'm just so whatever. We go to this fucking thing and we're walking by the fountain, right? There's a trolley and a fountain. This is like the fucking gayest place you could ever go to. And I don't mean gay in like the homophobic way. I mean the way it used to mean in like the 1890s, the gay 90s, as in, oh my God, could a decade get any happier, right? I mean, it was everything but fucking showgirls coming down, you know? Like the end of the Family Guy song. That was the only thing that was missing. And I just was like, what is all the excitement? Everybody's here buying pants. Why are we having a fucking parade? You know? So I went in there and I took her to go see the Secret Lives of Pets, which I really enjoyed because, you know, I'm a dog lover. Right? I love fucking dogs. And you know what? I was curious, what does my dog do when I leave? Evidently, they have quite the adventures. No, it was a fucking really good movie. I liked it. And there was a bunch of kids in there screaming and yelling. And that's what I wanted. You know what I mean? I went to the matinee show and I just have a bunch of kids screaming and yelling. I wanted the full effect of watching that fucking movie. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to a horror movie. You got to go see it. And there's going to be a bunch of people yelling at the screen. Right? And yeah, that's part of the fucking experience. If you want to go see a movie when everybody shuts the fuck up, you know, you got to do it in your house. Maybe slap a few people around before the movie starts. You know, set the tone. Daddy ain't putting up with this shit. All right? So anyways, long story short, and I dressed up a little bit when I went down there, you know. I've been working a lot, so I'm going to take out my lady. So when we're walking out, we're going by the fountain. You know? And there's like all, you know, like they're playing like fucking Tony Bennett. If I ruled the world, every day would be like the first day of spring. Every douche would have such a wonderful song to sing. If I ruled the world, what a wonderful world it would be. And everybody's just sitting there mesmerized, eating this fucking ice cream and shit. Yeah, you're buying pants. It was fucking weird, man. It was like when you go to some of these fucking malls, it's like you're in a Christmas special. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they got a fucking mister, right? And they're putting some sort of like little dopamine in the air, and you get like this fucking high, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I already have fucking 9 pairs of pants. One more, I'm in the double digits. 7 days in the week. I want the overlap. I'm going to go over the bar line, right? Like Vinny Colaiuta in a pants way. So anyway, so I go, all right, I'm going to, I don't know what heck came over me. We walked by the fountain. I said, all right, Needy, let's get a picture. She's like, she couldn't fucking believe it. I was going to take a picture in front of a fountain at a mall. This is not me behavior, right? Of course, she's all over it. Women love that time. Oh my God, that'd be so nice, right? It just makes you want to start crying like, oh, what happened to me, right? So all I want to do is take a fucking selfie, right? Right? You know, get a fucking heads in it. My head taking up 3/4 of it because it's so fucking big. And some douche has to come along and be like, oh, you want me to take the picture for you? And I'm thinking, no. I don't want to prolong this moment, you fucking asshole. Where's your guy code? Of course, my wife goes, oh my God, that would be great, right? So what does he do? He fucking takes one. Oh, let's get one more for safety, right? Takes another one. Oh my God. And I look at this picture and the fucking horror that I see. My fucking stomach pushing out the bottom of my button-down shirt. And then when you really just know you're just getting fat, it's that fucking button right on your breastplate. It looks like it's doing the Iron Cross, just trying to hold both parts of the shirt together. And I look so fucking bad, I almost got mad at my wife. Like, you letting me walk around looking like that? It's like, I get that you love me, but, you know, how about a little bit of tough love? You know, how about a little, hey, fatty cakes, you know? You really going to have waffles again this morning? Exhibit A, right? And you bust out a fucking photo you took of me. Nothing will make you lose weight like a bad fucking photo, huh? Jesus Christ. You know, it's bad enough when they catch you in your own backyard, you know? But I'll tell you, you take a photo in public in front of a fucking fountain at a mall that has a trolley while Tony Bennett's playing. I mean, I'm glad I didn't look at it till I got home. I would have fucking jumped in the just done a sailor's dive right into the bottom of that fountain. Now, I'm too vain to kill myself. I'll just hang around, make everybody else miserable. That's what you do. That's what you do. All you kids today, all you fucking internet superstars. You know, I went into a place the other day to get some lunch, a fucking salad with some chicken, right? Desperately trying to fucking bring down the belly, you know? Fucking Moby Dick. That's what I look like right now. You know, shaved head, fucking ghost white body. You know, there's a lot of blubber on me right now, you know? If I was to swim in the ocean, my biggest fear would not be sharks, you know? It'd be some hipsters out there fucking whale hunting because they thought, you know, they were taking it back, right? Get fucking harpooned there. The fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I went in to go get this fucking salad, and I'm standing there, and there's a guy in line wearing a fucking Versace robe, a gold Versace robe and slippers. So I text my wife going, there's a dude in here, you know, you want me to take a picture? You got to see this guy, right? So I fucking take a picture of the guy. And she's like, oh, my God, my friend knows that person. He makes these vines, right? So then I clicked on his YouTube page, and the guy's, not whatever, Twitter page. The guy's fucking hilarious. And I'm just sitting there, look at this fucking guy. He doesn't need to be in a writer's room. He has his own fucking show, and he gets to walk around in his bathrobe and slippers all day making cooking videos. God bless him. I don't know what the point of all this is. I think the point of all this is I need to get back on elliptical soon so I don't have a fucking heart attack before I go to go over to England. And next thing you know, I got the game. And I was beyond psyched, and I got to watch the whole second half of the Patriot game when the dude from NC State came in. Wait a second. Let's see, what's his name? Patriots, NC State, QB. What's his name? Oh, Jacoby Brissett came in and did a great job. He marches right down the field. We go up like fucking 35 to fucking 3 or 10 or whatever the fuck it was at that point. 34, was that what it was? 31. 31, that's what it was. It was 31 to like 10 or some shit like that. And I'm just like, oh, this is fucking great. This is great. We got it. We can cruise now. And then all of a sudden, the Dolphins just start coming back. You know, they start marching right down the fucking field, and it's just like the classic NFL. It's like, is any lead big enough? I know that we got our third string quarterback who's now our second string because Tom Brady isn't active. What the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. But long story short, we ended up pulling out the win. We're fucking 2-0. And guess who lost again? The Colts lost again. Can you believe this? You know? It's almost like the football gods are weighing in, I feel. The fact that we're 2-0 without our starting quarterback, without our second string, with our third string, we win. You know, granted, we played the fucking Dolphins. You know, they're in a way right now, obviously, you know. So, I don't know. I'm so fucking psyched. I'm telling you right now, if we go 3-0 and the Colts go 0-4, I know our schedule's going to get a lot tougher. And, but anyways, you know what was funny? So once we went 2-0, this buddy of mine called it. He was just going like, dude, you know, as long as, this is before, you know, Garoppolo got injured. He goes, if he goes 2-2, that's fine. I just don't want him to go 4-0 because then every fucking dope out there is going to be like, you see, it's just a system. You can put anybody in there and they will win. Which is basically what Boomer fucking Esiason said. He even said that. It just boggles my fucking mind. Some dope tweeted that to me. You know, like they sit there and they look like beating a rebuilding team during the second fucking week of the season is the same as being down with a minute and a half left in the Super Bowl. You know? The time when other people fucking puke up their Campbell's soup. You know? Other people who are shaped like a pencil who crush it in November fold during that fucking time. You know? There's very few Tom Brady's out there. Very few Eli Mannings. Eli Manning, you want to beat Eli Manning? Play him in September. He's like a sleepy dog just fucking laying on a porch. It bores the man. What is this, a regular season game? We got another 14? Ugh, wake me up when the playoffs are at stake. Then all of a sudden, the Giants got to win the last 6 games. And then that fucking guy's, he fire in his eyes. Well, who's kidding who? He never has fire in his eyes. I don't know what the fuck he does. He knows how to turn it on. And to fucking sit here and disrespect Tom Brady like that. And this is another thing, too. They always have the stupid Matt Castle analogy. They're like, Matt Castle went in and he went 11-5. Can I finally debunk that? Okay, for all you fucking fantasy football Buffalo Wild Wings wearing a jersey fucking dopes out there who fucking high five, gallop sideways. He's on my fantasy team. I activated him today. Here's the thing. For the fucking 90 millionth time, the whole Matt Castle thing. Matt Castle took over a fucking team that went 16-0 in the regular season. Was one fucking play away from going 19-0. The next year, he's under center. They went 11-5. And for you fucking dopes out there who can't do math, he won 5 less games. Okay? And missed the fucking playoffs. That's what he did with an 18-1 fucking team. He went 11-5, missed the playoffs. Thank God we didn't go 10-6. Do the math, fantasy football playing fucking dopes. He would have gone 5-11. All right? You guys don't remember when he got traded to Kansas City and then all of a sudden became mortal again? You don't remember that? And I know what you're going to say. Well, they didn't have Bill Belichick as a coach. He was playing with lesser players. Oh, I got an answer for you. Joe Montana. Joe Montana went to the Kansas City Chiefs, and you know what happened when he went there? The Kansas City Chiefs went to the playoffs. All right, you fucking morons. Here's the deal. Mick Jagger needs Keith Richards. Bill Walsh needed Joe Montana. All right? And Bill Belichick is not going to win a fucking Super Bowl with Garoppolo. At least not in the first. I mean, who knows what that kid can do, but at least not in the first fucking. It's so fucking stupid. I'll tell you right now, I mean, Belichick is so good, you can put anybody in there and they're going to win. Because we beat the Dolphins the second week. We're 2-0. Oh, that's it. That's it. Somehow now we're never going to lose a fucking game again. So you know that chatter's going to happen because there's Buffalo Wild Wings people all the way up to guys like Dan Shaughnessy. He's going to say it. You know, thank God Garoppolo got hurt because Dan Shaughnessy, you know, the fucking Benedict Arnold of Boston sports, that man lives to try to stir up a controversy to distract the hometown team. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He's like Skip Bayless before Skip Bayless. It's just, you just listen to the man. It's just like, dude, you're just literally just saying shit, aren't you? So I'm glad to finally get to address that stupid Matt Castle thing. Okay, no disrespect to Matt Castle. He was a solid quarterback, but Jesus Christ, to fucking act like, well, hey, I mean, if you had Matt Castle or Tom Brady, the Patriots still go to 6, winning 4 out of 6. Come on. Come on, people, you know. The reality is what it is you fucking hate the Patriots. And if there's any remote angle for you guys to criticize the Patriots, you try and find it. And I'm gonna go even further. I think, all right, 20 years from now, when they look back at and everybody can just fucking let it go, you know, even like the most harshest Red Sox fan that hated Derek Jeter, you know, who's kidding who? Because the guy was great, you know. Even at the end of his career, even you couldn't hate the guy. I think 20 years from now, that's how good looking Tom Brady is. It's going to take 20 years after he retires. When they look back on the pettiness and the patheticness and the level of this fucking suspension, you know, I think in the end, Jim Irsay finally is going to be exposed for the fucking crybaby that he truly is. And I just think it's nice that after all these years, the Emmys finally stepped up and gave everybody else an award. Jesus, my wife was watching that thing last night. What a fucking shit show. I don't know, man. I got to tell you something. There's no way that it's worse. If for someone who is into watching an award show to make them watch sports, there's no way that that's a worse experience than someone who watches sports having to sit there and watch the Emmys. You know, I didn't have to sit there. I kind of had to because, you know, I hadn't seen my wife in a couple days, and she was like, "I want to hang out with you," and then we had to sit there and just watch these fucking things. It just, the actors, they're just so goddamn dramatic. Because you believed in me, I dared to try. I almost fucking threw up. Whoever the hell said that. Because you believed in me, I dared to try. It's like, you're a fucking actor. It's a killer script. You were going to turn it down? That fucking OJ miniseries was unbelievable. I don't believe in me, but because you did, I dared to try. Ugh. That was one of the worst things I've ever heard. You know? Other than when you call up the cable company. If you want to do this, press 1. You get into that. Talking to a robot lady is one notch lower than that. I'm not shitting on the actor. You know what I mean? Because they're like that, that's why they give the great performances. And because I'm a cunt, that's why I do stand-up. You know what I mean? So everybody finds the little fucking hole they're supposed to crawl into. Oh, my God. There's always... These are important stories, and they need to be told. Just take your shiny thing and leave. Just give us the keys. Oh, my God. Because you believed in me, I dared to try. I dared to try. That's one of the worst. I mean, other than just racist things. Like, if you just get away from that. If we just, like, douche chills, as I learned that from Opie on the Opie and Anthony show. I always give him credit for that expression. It's just right up there. I mean, that's a top 5 all time. The next time my wife compliments me, I'm going to say that to her. Because you believed in me. I dared to try. These are stories that need to be told. We're storytellers. And without us giving people a voice. You know what else was great? You know, as the Emmys, I think the Emmys got scared by all the shit the Oscars got. You know, and what was funny is as many people of color that won. One of the funniest shots all night long was when, you know, if they just would like do a shot behind Jimmy Kimmel and you saw the front row, it looked like a great mix of everybody. But when they did the shot, when they'd come back from commercial and you saw the whole crowd, it was like from the 1,000th row up to the 3rd row, it was all white. It was like... It looked like a foreigner concert. From the back row all the way to like the 3rd row. But if they did it the way they shot it, they front end loaded. Like the 15 black people that were there, they just had them all right in front. Some Asian people and all that, but all the way to the back. I was joking with Nia, like, if you live in New York City, every once in a while you go into one of those bodegas that's either dealing drugs or just going out of business, and it looks like it's fucking stocked with food, and you grab that one can of food and you look, and and behind the shelves, there's nothing behind that can. This is just completely empty. So I did get some laughs while watching it. And I got to be honest with you, most of the shows, I really, you know, I mean, that People versus OJ was awesome. All it was. I'm just teasing the actors. It's just fucking funny watching them get all, Jesus Christ, the weight of every fucking thing that they say. It's just unbelievable. It's just like that inside the actor's studio. When that fucking guy just sits there like, I hope you realize the presence of greatness that we are in. You know, it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're pretending to be a fireman. Relax. It was so brave. It was such a brave performance. You know what I mean? There's fucking people up there, building skyscrapers and shit. Or those guys who go up and they change. You ever see those things? My palms literally sweat watching these people. They climb all the way up those towers to change the fucking light. The little light bulb at the top of the tower, at the top of the fucking building, so a plane can see it at night. And they got that part where they unhook the safety thing. Jesus Christ, if putting on 20 pounds and wearing a wig is brave, what the fuck is that? Huh? You can't die acting, can you? Well, I guess you can. There's ways to die as an actor, right? The fake gun on set, turns out it's got, you put it up to your head, there's that. They fucking bring a helicopter. People have died on set, so no disrespect to them. 29 minutes of yammering, Bill. Jesus fucking Christ. Some days the podcast is hard. Other days it's easy. But I just want to say to everybody who listens, because you dare to download, I dare to try. Okay, so last week I teased you guys and I mentioned something about great white sharks. I was supposed to go on this fucking trip with a good buddy of mine, Dean Del Rey. I paid for the whole fucking trip. Well, my part of the trip, I should say. And I was going to go in a shark cage while they chummed the fucking water. And with great white sharks swimming by me. I was all set to go. Everything was a go and all of this shit. And then this fucking business, there was this edit and this fucking, I just couldn't get out of it. And I couldn't fucking go. And I was devastated, but I'm happy that I got done what needed to get done. And if you guys want to see what I missed out on, go to Dean Del Rey's. I'm sure he's already uploading pictures. He's getting back now. And he's the reason why I went, because he went years ago. And dude, like, the pictures look like Discovery Channel shit. And I'm terrified of fucking sharks. But I want to see a great white shark at some point in my life. And to the universe in a safe fucking way. I don't want to be on a sinking ship and be like, oh, I finally got to see one, right? So I wasn't able to do it. But so not only do I not get to do this, okay, and I end up having to edit all these fucking episodes and shit, because even though the show isn't coming out until spring of next year, we're still in crunch time, because that's how doing a show works. There's never enough time. There's never enough money. They can't fucking, it's just, and you're always behind. Somehow we just have to fucking get this done now, or we're going to be fucked. We're going to be fucked. It's just that 24/7, right? So I'm glad that I did that, but fucking blows. So anyway, so I'm back here. All right. And I'm driving around Los Angeles, and at rush hour, I pull up to this fucking stoplight, and it's like there's 2 lanes of cars. All right. There's like 2 people in front of me. I stop, and next to me, there's 3 people, and that's as far, I don't even look in the rearview mirror, and I'm just sitting there. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, and then I hear what sounds like a fucking explosion. Just boom. And I went, whoa. And then I don't even remember somebody hit my car. Right? I don't even remember feeling that. All I know is I just saw this fucking Prius just driving right down the fucking middle of all of the stopped cars. Just went right by me. Sorry about your ears right there. Just right, and just side view fucking mirrors just flying off every car right down the side of my car. And he just he or she comes to a stop. All the airbags deployed in this person's car on the side. I couldn't even see who was in it. So all I'm thinking is like, oh my God, fucking obviously classic example of texting while driving. This motherfucker was looking down and at the last second was like, fuck, and just tried to shoot through the middle. So I hate when people get into little fender benders like that and then they just get out of their car and they leave the car where it's at. It's like, will you just drive the fucking thing over? Get it out of the fucking way so people behind you can get out of there. So what I did was I pulled, there was like a street a couple feet up, and I just pulled into that street and pulled over. And the person still hasn't gotten out of the car. Everybody else that this person hit is out of their cars now, and we're waiting for this person to get out. And I'm thinking, like, oh, my God, like, are they unconscious? Did they hit their fucking head? I mean, that really sounded, the impact was unbelievable, right? I get out of my car, and all I have is this on the side of my car. All the person got was the side view mirror, but it's bent all the way the fuck back. So, like, basically, you could pull up next to me, and you could, like, brush your teeth in the mirror because it's pointed right at you if you were parallel to me. So finally, the fucking car door opens, and I actually felt bad for the person. I was like, oh my God, they're going to be so embarrassed. They're going to be fucking mortified or whatever. And it was the exact opposite. This dude gets out, and he just starts cursing everybody out. He got out of the car yelling at us. This fucking guy just hit 5 people. And he's like, you motherfucking fuck you. And he's going, fuck you, you fucking bitch. And people, now, of course, people are videoing this person. All right? And he starts, you fucking bitch, you fucking, this is the person you should be, get video of her. You fucking fuck all you guys. And well, I'm like, this guy was like, he was so fucking committed to yelling at us for half a second. I started thinking like, yeah, what did I do wrong when I was just sitting there at the traffic light, not hitting anybody? So the funniest thing ever, right? These people start to engage this person in the argument. It's like, why would you waste your time arguing? This guy just hit 5 people with the car, and he's yelling at us. He's literally knee deep in side view fucking mirrors. Like, do you really think that you're gonna say anything to this guy, and he's gonna stop mid screaming and be like, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't look at it that way. So I just start laughing. I mean, it was fucking hilarious. This guy just hit 5 fucking people, and now he's yelling at us. It was fucking hilarious, right? So he gets into his car, and he grabs like 3 backpacks, and he puts them on himself, and he goes, get used to it. This is what LA is going to be like. And everybody's like, whoa, hey, post 9/11. What the fuck does that mean? He yells at the lady more, calls her a bitch another couple times. And I don't know if they were both fucking jockeying for a position or he felt she cut him off. But I think this guy just went total fucking road rage. He just picked a spot and he's like, I'm fucking getting there before you and I don't give a shit. This guy just fucking snaps. So he grabs his fucking backpacks and then just walks away. Walks down the street like fucking, I was joking with my buddies, like Andy Griffith when he's taking Opie to go fishing. He just fucking walked away. And I was like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. He hit us. He's yelling at us, and then he walks away. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like one of the greatest displays of entitlement I've ever seen in my fucking life. I mean, what if there was a pregnant lady he hit? I mean, this guy hit this fucking first person so hard. I looked down. I thought it was a hubcap. It was this chunk of a rim. I said to the cop, I go, is that plastic? He goes, no, that's metal. That's the rim. It's like, Jesus Christ. So by the time the cops get there, that guy's just gone. He is gone. That ball is gone. So I call up a buddy of mine because now I'm like fucking pissed, going like, Jesus, the arrogance of this guy. And then I'm thinking all that shit. What if I went up and I just said, no, buddy, you shut the fuck up. And then I knocked him out. And then, you go into your hero fucking thing. Yeah, what if I did that? Oh, wait, that's right. I'm a pussy, Oh, wait, I don't like getting punched in the face. Oh, that's why. I don't have even a white belt in any martial art. That's why. That's why I sat there and did nothing. Oh, I forgot. That's right. That's why I did nothing, right? So I call up a buddy of mine who's a lawyer. I remember a long time ago, I got into it with this woman. And we went up to the stoplight, and she was like, she beeped at me, so I beeped back at her. And she beeped at me, I beeped back at her. And then she just fucking hammered the horn all the way up to the light, like 400 yards. Stops and holds it down and is staring at me in the rearview mirror. What? And the second it stopped, she held her horn down for 30 seconds. And the second it stopped, I just went beep. And me and the woman I was with fucking started dying laughing at her. And then she all of a sudden put her car in reverse, backed into me really lightly, and then got out, reached into her glove box, and I sat there like going, oh my God, is she getting a gun? What the fuck? And she wrote down my license plate number and then drove away. And I, of course, thought nothing of it. I was a young man. And next thing you know, I'm on the road, and I get this, I'm checking my voicemail. It's like the 90s. This is how long ago this was. And it was just like, Mr. Burr, this is Officer so-and-so from the El Segundo Police Department investigating a possible assault with a deadly weapon. Or whatever the fuck it is, because basically your car is a deadly weapon. Now, isn't it battery if you actually hit somebody? I thought assault was either threatening somebody or making them feel like you're going to hit them or something like that. That's assault in a battery, assault, and battery's actually doing it. So anyways, because of that fucking thing, I knew that, watching this guy leave, I'm like, okay, that's 5 counts of an assault with a deadly weapon. We got video of you screaming at everybody, so you can't say you were texting or listening to the radio. You've basically admitted that what you did, you kind of did on purpose. We have you on video. Everyone knows what you look like, and then you left the scene of the accident. So I call up a buddy of mine who's a lawyer, and I just left the message. I just want to know what kind of jail time is this guy looking at? How long is he going to go to jail? My buddy calls me back, and he just goes, I go, yeah. I go, can you fucking believe it? He goes, yeah, man, that's crazy. And I go, how long is this guy going to go to jail for? What's that, like 3 years? And he goes, if he's a first offender, the jails are crowded. He doesn't have any other priors or anything like that. He just has like a rage issue. They probably just suspend his license indefinitely. They send him some anger management things. And I was just like, no jail time? And he was like, when he got out of the car, like, what was he saying? And just, I couldn't believe, I was like, you can fucking hit people, 5 different people in a car. No concern for their well-being whatsoever. Get out, curse everybody out, leave, and not fucking go to jail. It's unbelievable. What the fuck do you have to do to go to jail? And he was just like, well, you're going to put him in jail, and nobody becomes a better person when they go to jail. He's going to be in there with a bunch of fucking maniacs. So I actually feel irresponsible to let people know out there that you can basically do what this guy just did, and you're not going to go to jail. I'm sure he's going to get arrested when they find him. I don't know. I was pretty blown away by that. So there you go. Instead of looking at sharks, I got rear-ended by this guy. But I got to admit, every time I think about that guy yelling, it was fucking hilarious. And I start thinking, like, was that just like a strategy for him to get the fuck out of there? And everybody goes like, it was probably a stolen car. It's like, who the fuck steals a Prius? How do you start a Prius? How do you steal one? Can you hotwire the fucking thing? I don't know. I have no idea. So I love how everybody becomes like a fucking sleuth, Well, yeah, probably what was the circumstances? Oh, okay, let me listen to you with your complete lack of fucking... That's why I called a lawyer. I was like, I don't want to talk to other people. Because he'll probably get like 7 years, I never even took a lawyer class. Lawyer class. I never went to law school. I'm a moron. All right. I'm also trying to type in my password, so I immediately become extra fucking stupid. Did I type it in right? Yes. Okay. Something, I just feel too much stress when I'm playing golf. There's always that group of people behind me. They're always better than me, and I feel like a fucking asshole, like I'm ruining their day. Like and a few times I've golfed, I feel the same level of stress like when I'm the first person at a red light to make a left, and there's like 5 people behind me. Like literally my heart starts racing because I know that not only is it my job to make sure that the person behind me makes it through the fucking light, okay? Like the person behind the person. This is how it works out here in LA, by the way, for all you Boston people, so you don't fucking almost get yourself killed. You know that move you do in Boston where the light turns green and you just stomp on the fucking gas and you cut in front of people? As far as I know, Boston is the only area of the country that does that. And it's totally acceptable. Like, as soon as the light turns green, you just stomp on the gas and fucking cut in front of 2 lanes of traffic. Out here, if you do that, you're going to get killed. Nobody's ready for it. They're not good drivers, and it's going to be at least 3 lanes of shit coming at you. My brother came out and visited me one time, and I forgot about that move. And we were on, like, Venice Boulevard, and the light turned green, and he stomped on the fucking gas, and I just put my foot up on the dashboard. I was like, do. We made it halfway across, and he was like, when you're driving and you don't know what's going on and the other person's freaking out, but you can't figure out what, you get like mad. I was like, do, and he just stopped. He's like, what? Fucking yelled at me. And everybody's beeping at him. And I was just like, dude, you can't do that out here. You can't. And he goes, all right. And we had to just sit there as everyone drove around us, looking at us like, what the fuck? Anyways, getting back to the golf thing. So out here, one of my pet peeves is fucking people who's the first people in line. Your job, you get out into the intersection. You get out into the intersection, right? And you make sure that not only the person behind you, the person behind you, behind the person behind you. There you go. 2 fucking cars back. Jesus, Bill. You know, that's how I feel like when I'm golfing. I swear to God, one of these times I got this GoPro for my birthday. It's still sitting on my desk, just mocking me, going, yeah, you thought you could figure this out, didn't you, Bill? Yeah, you really thought you were going to use this fucking thing. I would love to give a fucking tutorial on how to drive in L.A. I really would. You know what I mean? And I'm talking just how to behave. There's too many fucking people out here. The traffic is fucking ridiculous. I just really want to do this. I'll even tell you how to be a good pedestrian. All right? You get in the crosswalk, you fucking hustle. Okay? You know what I mean? I've been walking, okay, and I'm approaching the intersection, and I see that person wanting to turn, and then they're looking at me like, fuck. You know what I do? I stop, I wave them through. Third base coach, waving like 5 cars through. Go ahead. Because the second this thing turns red, I can just run across. It'll be fine. 5 cars will fucking make it, and I'll get across. No biggie. Or I can be a douche and just completely not even pay attention to the situation you're in your car, acting like I've never been that guy, and just stroll across the street, and I'll fuck at least 2 people out of the light. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about right now? I'm talking about having a little bit of empathy.